The former patient, who has been identified only as Mr. R, was recently released from hospital. Speaking via telephone at Wednesday's media briefing at the Ministry of Health, he said his symptoms were not severe.
My experience was a good experience still because while I was there, I wasn't feeling no pain and no side effect was on me. So I was doing all right. But from my side where I was, I heard plenty people coughing and sometimes even cry, praying and stuff like that. So I know that the COVID was very serious challenge for them. But for me, it was a challenge because I never have any side effects like any running nose, no coughing, no heavy cold and so forth. Only like for 3 days in the first week when I got like the 10th of March, I went there. So 3 days before that, I was having a little cough with a little cold. So I was tested positive with symptoms of the COVID.
In the meantime, although the first patient to test positive for COVID-19 in Jamaica is no longer displaying symptoms, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Besesa Mackenzie says she has not been cleared for release.
She is to have further testing. Her initial negative discharge test was still positive, and so we are keeping her to repeat those tests until they become negative. And when she has 2 negative tests, then she will be discharged.
Of the patients remaining in hospital, the Chief Medical Officer says 27 are asymptomatic.
Of the 44 positive patients that we have, 2 were sent home. As you know, we announced the third patient that died, and we have 27 persons that are presently asymptomatic. We are allowing 4 asymptomatic days before we do the first test for discharge. So we have some persons that are still within those 4 days, so they have not done their first test yet. And then we have some that have done a first test and some that are waiting on a second test. We have 8 persons that we would classify as having moderate symptoms. And by moderate symptoms, what I mean is that they are on oxygen therapy or they are wheezing. And we have 6 persons that have mild symptoms. And by mild symptoms, I mean that they have a sore throat or a dry cough.
Oluwafunke Baisha, Frontline News.